All right, welcome back. So we got through spring break, then we took a week off, no expectations because we needed to get caught up and keep our minds fresh and clear. So, welcome back. SPV Math, AP Stats with Monte. And now we're in week 30, April 26th to the 30th. What's our expectations? Remember, all you have to do for AP Stats is find the SPV Math with Monte, and the actual video that I post is in this channel. You can always go to the stream channel at the top to find any of the old videos. Let's get started. Okay, Spokane Public Schools, digital tools, Clever, Blackboard, and find our class. And you'll always find this video posted in these announcements, and here's all the old ones to help you. All right, so we're really getting down and dirty and high level math. Okay, so unit 6, I think we should wrap up. You've done several of the assignments already, so we're in good shape. Then we get to unit 7, inferences. You have to have inferences in order to get to mean and proportion, and then the down and dirty heavy lifting of inferences, and then we get ready for the AP test, and then we can get into actual data. You can go at your own pace. I recommend for each of these lessons you actually go and watch these videos because they're in depth and they take time. Wow. So let's get started. Okay. You'll notice that I opened up everything but tests all the way along, but there's not that many assignments, 29 assignments for 19 weeks. You can tell just by the amount of assignments that these take time. Okay, so I'm assuming that you're comfortable with what you guys have done in Unit 6, so I'm going to start Unit 7. Okay, confidence interval 7.1. We'll click on homework and tests, and you guys have done several of these. Confidence levels. All right, when we get to confidence levels, there's some vocabulary you got to know. Again, I recommend you watch these videos to make sure that you've taken the notes because, again, they take time. Holy smokes. All right, so on this first one, okay, confidence level. How confident are you based on the data? Okay, well, when you read these, the mean, the average, okay, the average age of students is 16. Okay, does it really matter? 15, 16, 17? No. What does matter? The spread of the data, okay, the level of confidence of the data, and most importantly is the sample size. Okay, Shadle Park High School, 1,200 students. If you only interview people in the lunchroom on Tuesday, Thursdays, maybe you only get 40 people. Is that enough to have a confidence level? And then standard deviation is the spread of that curve. Okay? I wanted to look at problem number 7 next. Okay? Because we talk about confidence levels. We talk about the normal curve and the spread of the data. Okay? And I forgot to turn on our whiteboard. Oops. So, as that warms up, okay, we have customers. 80% confidence interval that the results from examining 650 customers in one fast food chain has a lower bound of 164 and an upper bound of 167. Okay, fast food restaurants. What does this mean? Okay, so we're going to go to our whiteboard here, and all of these problems relate to the normal curve of data. Okay, so we got a normal curve, and our spread of data 164, 167, 164, 167. So I'm just kind of estimating here 164, 167, and the data in this range represents 80%. Okay? Well, the way I drew it, there's an 80% probability that is between here. When we talk about confidence levels, 8 out of 10 times I'm going to be correct. So confidence is your ability to predict. All right. So first 7 are all about definitions. Okay. Now we get to the hard part. All right. And in this particular problem, if you watch sample testing, okay, these 2 videos, okay, and then you get into these p-values, wow, it really starts to pile up. And here's what I mean by that. I'm going to view an example. Okay, so 70 individuals in the labor force, mean travel time of 26 minutes. Assuming that the standard deviation of travel time, so standard deviation, we're talking about the normal curve, how much data falls in certain areas, interpret 90%. All right. Now, the reason to page through this is because we talk about sample size, we talk about population, and mu, the mean. Okay, how do we calculate that? There is a calculation. Okay, we use the data, set up X bar, so our average. Then we have our standard deviation, the distributive, how it's distributed, and then our sample size. Okay, then we got to use all this data to do those calculations. Okay, once we do the calculations, we get our z-value. You get your z-value, wow, now we're really talking plug and chug. Okay, so it took us a few minutes to get these data points. It took us a minute or 2 to plug it in, and then we got to do our calculation. And there's an error factor in calculation, right? Okay, so you can see that I had to click 7 times to do one problem based on parameters. And then we got to plug it in to get it. All right, so volume is not the key. The key is to work through those problems, and the only way I could work through those problems is through watching all these videos. Okay, so there's a time factor involved in talking to AP Stats and Miss Smith. They're hoping to get through Unit 7, okay, in the month of May. And then, depending on what's happening, we have 8 and 9. So we're not in a hurry. We've already done several assignments in Unit 6. So take your time. Notes is most important. And I've ordered a couple of cheat sheets to send you to help with those formulas. Okay? Hopefully that was helpful. Have a great week. Let me know. Stop by. Say hi. And happy week 30th, the last week of April. See you, AP Stats.